and salutations, it is I, Professor Macabro, with my humble entry into the Rad 9 Challenge, the 9 movies that made us. This is a challenge that was issued by Garrett of Born to be Rad and the Rat Pack. And since I've already seen a couple of videos that showcase their movies, and never wants to miss an opportunity to talk about movies myself, here is my humble entry into that. And Professor Macabro must admit that this was a very difficult challenge. The gist of the challenge is that you have to pick 9 movies that formed your current likes in movies, or the person that you are. At least that's what I understood of it. And let me tell you, in the long, and many years that I have lived in this universe, I have seen a lot of movies. And every movie, good or bad, has left their own mark. So, picking only 9 was quite difficult. However, I was able to stream down and go back to memory lane and pick the movies that I saw at a younger age that build this madman that you see before you. So, let's get started. The first one that I want, in no particular order, the first one that I wanted to talk about is the second movie Professor Macabro saw at a movie theater. Now, the very first movie that I have recollection seeing was E.T., the Extraterrestrial, and I have a soft spot for that movie. But the one that sealed the deal for me loving cinema and wanting to do my own little movies was Return of the Jedi. Ah, yes. I remember that I was with my godparents, and they wanted to take me to the theater, and I was all ready to go for it, but they wanted to see something that the poster made it look like romantic stuff, and me being a kid, I was like, I don't want none of that. So I saw the poster to Return of the Jedi, and I was like, well, I would rather see this. This thing looks awesome. And of course they complied, and my little mind was blown away. I was fascinated by Darth Vader. His black suit is just amazing, and the lightsabers, and the Emperor. Yes, give in to your hate, and all that good stuff. Even a lot of people suddenly hate the Ewoks, but I like them for the fuzzy little furballs that they were. Chewbacca, C-3PO, all the good stuff. Mind you, my nostalgic heart is for Return of the Jedi, but Empire Strikes Back is the far superior movie, but I didn't see that one until later. The one that I saw in the theater and the one that sealed the deal for my love of cinema was Return of the Jedi. So that is my favorite Star Wars movie, and one of the movies that formed what you see before you. Again, sparked my love for cinema. The next movie that left a huge impact in the storytelling that sometimes I attempt to do is Back to the Future. By far, in my humble opinion, the best scripted movie of all time. Everything flows so beautifully, and everything, the script on this must be amazing, because everything in it is incredible. All the time travel stuff, and all the little things that they sprinkle in, and then they pay off at the end. I just freaking love Back to the Future. It is by far my all-time favorite time-traveling movie, and it's just a chef's kiss. I have seen that movie so many times, and it's just amazing. What else can you say about Back to the Future? It's perfection. The next one is a personal favorite of mine. And a lot of people will be surprised that I mentioned this, but those people that know me will not be so surprised, is Hot Shots Part 2. Oh man, that movie, that movie formulated my particular sense of humor. Yes, with all the sight gags and all the stupid, lame-ass jokes. But I love it, so I have seen Hot Shots Part 2 more times that is probably, natural to the common folk. But Professor Macabro, whenever he's feeling down and he wants a good pick-me-up and just to laugh his ass off, Hot Shots Part 2 is the one that's gonna do it for me. I fucking love that movie to death. The next one is Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. I would catch Elvira's show sometimes late at night, and, well, to say that she left an impact on me is, it's saying too little. She left a huge impact on me. Yes, the goth aesthetic, her attributes, her Valley Girl, just immediately fell in love with Elvira. So when I saw Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, her very own movie, I was like, I don't know what's going on, but something's sparking in this young buddy, and I'm liking it. So, Elvira, Mistress of the Dark is a movie that I also revisited, and it's one that left a big impact in Professor Macabre and his, taste in women, we will say that. Oh, yes, Elvira, she's my god, after all. Godvira! And thank you to Rob's Vintage Video for, providing that name for her. But yes, Elvira is my god. So Mistress of the Dark is one of the movies that left a huge impact on me. The other one is a twofer. The first one came out in 1978, the year I was born, but I didn't see it until much later. I actually saw it around the same time that I saw the other movie that I'm going to mention. So, I'm going to cheat. But I guess this is my video, and I am Professor Macabre, so, what else did you expect? I'm going to cheat and have a tie in an entry with my two favorite zombie movies, Return of the Living Dead and Dawn of the Dead. I saw these at close enough time together, and I was like, I love them both! I love them both equally. They are my all-time favorite zombie movies, so they're getting a twofer in this entry. Dawn of the Dead, I freaking love the mall setting, I freaking love the zombies, and Return of the Living Dead, well, Linnea Quigley dancing in a cemetery. Another thing that, her punk aesthetics, another thing that left a huge impact in my taste in women. And, just freaking love it. Tarbell Brains. Freaking love both movies equally, so they get a mention as well. And of course, the movie that I have a very personal connection with, Halloween, 1978. And I really hate having to specify it's the original one, because we have 3 movies called Halloween. But the original one is, in my humble opinion, perfect. The perfect movie, and my all-time favorite horror movie. And I say this not only because it's based around Halloween, my birthday, and was also released in 1978, the year I was born, so I feel that connection with Halloween 1978. But it genuinely is, in my humble opinion, the perfect horror movie. Suspense, chills, atmosphere, good stuff, and I love it so. The other movie that left a very formative impact in my life was, well, Ghostbusters. Freaking love Ghostbusters. It blends action and horror elements and comedy with an all-star comedic cast that I'm like all for. I've seen that movie again a whole bunch of times, and every time I see it, it just keeps getting better and better. So Ghostbusters is another one that left a huge impact on Professor Macabre, the way that I would love to be able to find that balance between horror and comedy in my videos and my content. And it's just so freaking amazing. I want to see if I'm not forgetting one, so let me check real quick, because I left the list. Oh, of course! 2 left for my 9. And I can't pick just one, so I'm going to cheat again, and my 8th one is going to be the complete Friday the 13th, the series. From 1 to Jason X. Every movie is a movie that I love. It is by far my all-time favorite horror movie franchise. I love it so. I love the first one, even though Jason's not part in it, and modern people would see us like, what's going on? Where's Jason? It was Mrs. Voorhees all along. And then part 2 introduces the son of the town that dreaded sundown with a sack boy. And then it wasn't until part 3 where we got the Jason that everyone knows with the hockey mask. And Jason fought Carrie. So that's a thing. And then he turned into a zombie. And he was replaced by a paramedic. And he went for a while to Manhattan. And he even went to space. So you have everything there. The first couple of movies has the attributes that I enjoy watching movies. And then after part 6, they kind of cut down on the attributes that I enjoy. But they still had Jason, so I was all for Jason. So yes, Friday the 13th, I can't just pick one. The whole series is my 8th pick for the 9. It's just amazing and inspiring to see any one of those movies. So yes, Friday the 13th, the complete series, from 1 to X, good stuff. And the last movie that I will showcase, number 9, the 9th movie that made the person that you see before you, is also a movie that I've seen a lot of times, and it's also a movie that I make it a point, much like Halloween 1978, I make it a point to play this baby on Halloween, and that's The Nightmare Before Christmas. I saw this one as I was a little older, but my love for Halloween has never diminished. I know a lot of people that when they enter their teen years, they feel they outgrow Halloween, but Halloween courses through my veins. Again, it's my birthday. So anything Halloween, I'm a mark for, and I love the music from Nightmare Before Christmas. I love the characters, the aesthetic that they gave this movie, the stop motion. I love it so. It makes my dark heart beat seeing that wonderful movie every year. And it is one of the movies that has stayed with me for all these great many years. So, that was, I know. I kind of cheated by adding Ty and then just saying, what the hell with it, and having the whole complete Friday the 13th series. But each one of these movies that I mentioned left their mark on me, and they are movies that I still revisit to this day. And again, really hard to only pick 9 because there's so many movies that I had to leave out. And 9 was the criteria, so maybe someday, somewhere down the line, I can get together with someone when we can go over the top 20 favorite movies of all time. We'll see. But thank you so much for allowing this humble madman to participate in this challenge. Let me know what you think about my picks in the comments down below. And check out the rest of the videos that I will leave a link on the description page so that you can also check out other people's Rad 9 movies and also leave your opinion on those videos. So, this was fun. Until I see you all again, this was Professor Macabre, wishing you all, like always, a good evening.